Red flag number 12, single mothers. What's wrong with a single mother? Maybe she just made a mistake, or she needs help too. Like, shouldn't we save her?
That's what they want you to believe, don't they? So I have an entire chapter in my book that deals with single mothers because I think it's such a difficult conversation to have. And I'm speaking from experience because, been there, done it, got the t-shirt. You're in a position where you essentially choose to cuckold yourself. And if you don't know what that means that you're raising children that aren't biologically yours. The reason why we are on this earth today is to scatter our seed and pass on our DNA, our name, our legacy, and all that sort of stuff. And if you choose to abandon an opportunity to do that, to raise another man's seed and provide for them, then you're essentially a cuck. You also have a number of other issues, which are deep in the chapter, so you guys have to read for that, but I'll cover another one, is that you have parental responsibility to children that you have to raise and protect and provide for and take on vacations and dinners and birthdays, help zero in little Billy's scope on his BB gun. You do all of these things, but you don't generally have any authority over them. You have responsibility to them, but you don't have any authority over disciplining them. And if you do try to discipline them, quite often what most guys find happen is they hear some version of, "You're not my father, you can't tell me what to do," and they throw a hissy fit. And mom, of course, will then side with the bratty child rather than doing what's right.
Yeah. Even with my own children, my wife and she makes it a point to put me ahead of the children. And I do the same thing for her. She always, her opinion, of course, she's my teammate in this. But it seems as if when there's someone else's child involved, that child goes before you as her husband or whatever.
Correct.
Yeah, bad deal. Yeah, like you said, it's a tough one. Is there a lot of guys that find themselves in this situation and maybe find out a little too late that this was a bad idea? And, guys want to protect, they want to provide, they want to save,
yeah.
But not at the expense of what
there was an era where it was shameful to be a single mother. Right. If you're a single mother 500 years ago, you would generally be banished, or you might even be forced to work in a brothel, for example, to sort of, provide for your child. So it was frowned upon. Today, with culture and society, Hollywood and media, it's like, it's celebrated. Oh, you're so strong and brave. On Father's Day, you'll hear women on social media, let's praise all those single mothers because they're doing the jobs of the mothers and the fathers, sort of thing. And I don't think that it's good for society, for culture, or for the world in general, because, the statistics are very clear. Children that are incarcerated, vast majority of them come from single mother households. Children that run away from home, vast majority of them single mother households. Poor grades, single mother households. Gang activity, teenage pregnancies. I go right down the list. The absence of fathers in a household is a terrible thing for children. Now, some guys might say, well, then I'll step up and I'll take care of it. Okay, well, you can, but you've also cucked yourself now, and now you're not raising your own kids, right? So there's a lot of women out there that bring children in tow. There's a lot of guys that send me screenshots of dating apps and are like, take a look at this, Rich. I can't believe this is happening. And it's like a 25-year-old, and her profession is stay-at-home mom in the description, and she's got 3 kids from 3 different fathers, and she's pregnant in her Bumble advertisement for men. And this is accepted. This is normalized.
Right. Go, girl.
You go, girl. You're so strong and independent. And because there's so many simps out there, they'll swoop in and they'll sign up for it.
So as far as, the deplorable statistics of the outcome for children that are raised by single mothers, I read recently that there are the exact opposite statistics for children that are raised by a single father. In fact,
correct. Isn't that interesting?
Better. Right.
Interesting. Yeah.
It's the exact opposite of what we're told in our, in our culture and what the courts will propose, that the child needs a mother. No, in fact, they fare better with just a father.
Yeah.
Crazy backwards world we live in.